Hello everyone, this is Simonopolized coming back with another speed build, and yeah, this one took a lot of time for me to finish, like an embarrassingly lot of time. It was really embarrassing how long it took, and there are many reasons behind that. The first reason is that like the one you're seeing right now, this is actually my third take on the house. Um, I think the house is like called like Subdivision Model B or something like that, and it has this Castor family. I think they're called Castor. I'm not sure. Yeah, and the whole idea behind the family is that they are supposed to be like this kind of picture perfect family. And they live in a house that they just like the Sims team described as like part like I don't know like straight out of a sitcom or something. The style of the house. Yeah, and the idea behind the family is that like it's like a I don't know like a guy and a woman, and they're both married, and they met on a dating app, and I think the guy is like back on the dating app or dating site. I think in The Sims you have dating websites but not dating apps. Like you can't check it on the phone, but you can check it on like your computer. Yeah, so yeah, and I think the wife is kind of afraid of like what would people say or something like that if they found out that he's cheating or something. Like she's trying to remain this kind of picturesque I don't know, picture of the family, and he is meeting other people, or not meeting other people, just like chatting with other people and being a little bit careless. Like, this is the idea behind the family. And yeah, the house itself, it's kind of like, it doesn't look like a nightmare, but it was a nightmare. Because, like, my first take, the house did not look like that at all. It looked very different. Not very different, but like it looked different than this one. And after I finished, there was some kind of like a slope in the front of the, I don't know, in the front of the lot, or in the front of the house. And like I didn't make that slope myself. Like it was just there. Like I think the Sims team was being a little bit careless or something while building this house, because there was also like in the attic, there was a window placed in a very awkward area, which I assume was placed by mistake, and no one checked it afterwards. Yeah, so after like I put like this cheat like constraint floor elevation on, and then I tried to balance it out, and when I did that, like the carpets disappeared and the furniture was not usable. Like you had to click on on every single piece of furniture or like decorative item or everything you placed, so it would be placed back up to the normal level. And yeah, it was just a lot because I was already done with the house. Like after I was done with the house, I saw the slope, and it just was annoying. Like it was annoying me. Like I could have left it, but I don't know, I didn't do that. The second take was me trying to recreate the house from the movie Life as We Know It. Like this is uh like the person who did the set decoration on this movie is like one of my very like favorite people. And I think he did like a very nice job in decorating or like set dressing the set, or I don't know how it's called. Yeah, and I tried to recreate the outside because like the inside of the house, like they filmed it on a set, but the outside was based on a real house in Atlanta, where I am actually born. So I think this is why I like the house so much. Um, yeah. So anyway, I tried to recreate the outside of the house, but not the inside. And the house was pretty, like, it was way too big. Like, I think in real life, the house has like 5 bedrooms. And in my version, there were 5 bedrooms, but there was also like another bedroom in the attic. And they were, I don't know, like 6 bedrooms all in all. and it was just like way too much. Way too many bedrooms, so I scrapped that one, but I wasn't that far off anyway, and then I started doing this part. And oh, the other thing that was kind of annoying when I was recreating the house from Life as We Know It is like the driveway is on the side where there is like a curve on the road, so the driveway does not actually, like, it doesn't match, or it doesn't fit perfectly with the road itself. And what I'm doing right now is like I kind of reverse the whole house, so it's like the driveway would be on the other side, and I copied the front of the house, but the back of the house looks different. Yeah, and as you can see, like right now I'm working on a driveway that I was talking about, and something that I like about this house is like the garage is kind of disguised. So yeah, and I mean, if you park the car, like you're not parking with the front, like facing the front of your car. You would just drive and then back up the car into the garage, so it's easier to park, and it looks fancier. And from the, I don't know, like from the front, you wouldn't see like a ugly garage door or something. So it looks like a real room. Like, this is something I really liked about this house. Yeah, and the inside is kind of like the whole place is inspired a lot by the, like, I didn't scrap the whole house. Like, I tried to copy as many things as possible that was in the house. So for example, in the basement, like they did the basement as like a basement tool, but for me I wanted like a walkout basement. And yeah, so I did that. Like I just like I used the constrain floor elevation cheat and made it into like a real basement, and not the basement tool that just like, that's very unrealistic in my opinion. Yeah, and in this version of the house, because as I told you, like, this is actually the third version. The first version of the house, like the stairs you see like from the, like in the front hall, like they were actually stacking stairs, but for some weird reason they, like the Sims, whenever they got down to the basement, they weren't able to go up. And I kind of looked this issue up, and it turns out that it depends like how the house is situated, or like on the, like, yeah, like located on the grid of the whole world. And I think like it depends on the grid. Like for example, if it's like kind of horizontal, I think if it's like horizontal, like this one, like that stairs on the front, in the front hall, then like stacking the stairs wouldn't work. But if it's on the other side, like vertically speaking, then it would work. Yeah, so now there are like two kind of staircases, and one of the staircases are stacked, and you can actually get up and down the basement without having any issues. And even if you have any issues, I added another staircase, or like another stairs from the outside, so everything would go as smooth as possible. Like you just have two routes or something to go like upstairs and downstairs to the basement, or upstairs to their rooms. Yeah, and right now I'm working a little bit on the outside. I'm doing the pool next, and I think it took me a little bit because I was trying to recreate this like kidney shaped pool. I think it's called kidney shaped pool, like I'm not sure, but it seems very cruel to kind of, I don't know, like match the kidney with the shape of the pool. But I think it's actually called the kidney shaped pool or something like that. Like this is actually the technical term of it. Yeah, and yeah, one of the reasons the house took me a long time, like other than me scrapping the whole building twice, was the fact that like I had this kind of endless saving glitch happen to me at least 5 or 6 times. And then I figured out the problem, and the problem was I think one of the objects from debug, or maybe debug itself, is glitched or something. Because whenever I use the debug cheat and I put some stuff from debug, this endless saving loop thing would happen, glitch would happen. And it happened to me 5 to 6 times until I actually figured out what the problem was. Like if I turn on the cheat and try to save the game, like it saves normally, but if I place something from debug, like I don't know if it's just like one item that's glitched or if everything is glitched in my game, but whenever I put anything from debug, it just kind of like does this endless saving loop kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm not using debug anymore. I was just using it because I was trying to put some like boxes, like the ones that look like moving boxes in the attic. Yeah, but the attic ended up being a functional area with 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, and there's a small room for storage. Yeah, and in the storage room, I just put some stuff like from the normal menu item that we have. I think it was like 2 umbrellas and like a baby stroller. Like maybe it was like the old one from the kids who lived here, like who live here. And there was like another thing that you kind of, yeah, and like sleeping bags and the camping tents and stuff. Like those were the stuff that I put in the attic. Yeah, and right now we're working on the basement and we're actually getting very, very close to the end. And this is when the endless saving loop happens. So in the screenshots, you're gonna see another basement, like with another layout on other furniture. There wouldn't be any ping pong tables. There would only be like this billiards table. Yeah, and right now we're working on the office, and yeah, I'm just gonna cut off right now because we're getting very close to the screenshots, and I'm gonna wish you all to stay happy, healthy, and safe, and hope to see you next time. Yeah, so bye.